Now, in order to understand the rest of the uh, uh, analytics report, I will go to one of the audience analytics report based on geo. We will come back to audience analytics and study in details. However, for the purpose of understanding the layout of the report, we will go to the geo analysis of the audience. So here, if I go to geo and location, it will show me a report like this. Now on top of this, there are two ways of looking at this report. One is the map overlay, where it basically shows the geographical locations from where the visits have come on a map, and the darkness of the color indicates the number of visitors or number of sessions from that particular country. As you can see here, the maximum number of sessions are from India, because this business runs in India. Okay, but you have a significant amount of visits from United States or Canada or Australia and probably UK and all. Okay, the other display view, which is probably more useful, is the Explorer view. Which gives you the graph in terms of the number of sessions which we saw previously. Below this, you will see different groups of metrics. So Google automatically groups certain similar metrics together. For example, right now it is grouped as summary. So if you go down the report, and you will see that these are the metrics that are being displayed in a tabular form. We'll come back and analyze these metrics very soon, but here what I want to show is, suppose I change this from summary to site usage. The metrics that are being shown in this table changes. Okay? So what Google is doing is, it has for the benefit of the people who are analyzing, it has automatically grouped the metrics into certain similar metrics which people would want to analyze together. Okay? And that's what this grouping means. So we'll revert back to the summary. Here, as we saw last time, we can compare two different metrics. Okay? And this is the periodicity that on which we can plot the graph, and we can see the metric. This one is the graphical representation. This so it's a line chart. This one is called a motion chart. Motion chart tracks the metrics over time. It can track up to 3 metrics over time. We will come back to motion chart again as we we take a deep dive into the various aspects of Google Analytics. Now down below, if you come, you see a tabular form of data. This is the dimension and metrics data that Google Analytics provides, which we have discussed before when we understood the concept of dimension and metric. So on the rows, you can see the countries, okay, which is the dimension here. So the primary dimension here is country, okay, and on the rows you can see the countries. On the columns you can see the metrics. So the metrics in the summary form is grouped into 3 categories: the acquisition metrics, the behavior metrics, and the conversion metrics. Acquisition metrics means from where my visitors have come. Behavior metrics means what are my users doing in my website, and conversion metrics means how are my visitors getting converted to either sale or an intent to purchase, or some activities which might lead to sale. So these are the three groups where how the metrics has been divided. So if you go to acquisition, for example, it will show you the sessions, okay, and it will show you the overall total number of sessions as well as sessions from the various countries, the percentage of new sessions, that means the number of sessions that has been created new. If a visitor visits again, okay, that will be a new session, okay, and the percentage of new users, okay, that means users who are visiting the websites for the first time. Now again, Google, because Google does not have any personally identifiable information related to users, the only way it can categorize new user is by the IP address. So when Google sees a new IP, a visit from a new IP address which has not visited the website before, that is considered as a new user. So this is the acquisition metrics that is it is showing here. The second group of metrics is the behavior metrics. Now one of the very important metrics in behavior is the bounce rate. Now let me quickly explain what we mean by a bounce rate here. As you can see, the bounce rate for this particular data lab is 17.35%. What it means is when somebody visits a website, usually people are visiting the home page of the website, but people may visit some other page of the website also. Maybe say for example, a person can directly visit the deal section of this website because in one of the advertisements the link to the deal page is given, which is this page probably, okay. So so this is the deal page. So if the link to the deal page is given, the user may land up directly into on the deal page instead of landing up to the home page. So if a particular user does not go beyond the landing page, that means the page which the user has come either organically searching or typing the domain name in the URL or coming through some links from somewhere, if the user does not go beyond the landing page and exits the website from that page, the user is said to have bounced. Okay. So when we say that 17.35% of the users of this website has bounced, that means 17.35% of the sessions did not go beyond the landing page. That means the remaining whatever that number is, maybe 83, around 82.65%. So around 83% of the users or sessions actually have gone beyond the landing page. Now is a low bounce rate good or a high bounce rate good? In a typical website, the lower the bounce rate is better. That means you are able to engage with the user more. The user is visiting more pages of your website. If the user does not visit beyond your landing page, then obviously the engagement level of the user is comparatively lower. So usually a low bounce rate is considered to be good for the website. However, there may be certain types of websites. For example, there may be a blog where people are expected to spend more time on the single page where the blog is written, and in that case the high bounce rate may be acceptable. In fact, it may be good because then the user is actually spending more time in reading the blog. But in that case, you also have to compare this with the average session duration, okay. That means how much time a particular user is spending on your website. So if a website has a high bounce rate and a low average session duration, of course in that case it is not able to engage users. The third metrics is the pages per session. That means how many pages a user is visiting after he has landed up in the website. So in this case, for example, on an average there are 7.12 pages that are being visited per session. and then you can analyze this for each of the dimensions, in this case country. Okay. You can change this dimension to, for example, city. Okay. So here it will give the dimensions and the metrics for city. You can change this to continent or a subcontinent. So I will put it back to city, and then I can sort this based on the various metrics. For example, by default it is sorted based on the number of sessions, so it shows the highest number of the city from where the highest number of sessions came in the first. For example, on the city of Kolkata, the highest number of sessions has come to this website, so that is shown first. However, if I want to, for example, sort it by bounce rate, okay, or maybe pages per sessions, so I can just click on here and it will sort it around on pages per session. So we see that some other city has a very high pages per session. Now you may want to say that this particular city, Anantapur, which has only one session and it is there are 112 pages per session, this might be actually an aberration. There may be some stray visitor who might be, for all you know, trying to hack the website or trying to explore what the website is doing, and for that reason there is one session, and in that one session there are 112 pages per session. So it doesn't really give an indication. If I have to find out which is the city from where my highest number of pages per session came in, Anantapur probably will not be a very good example. So probably I would like to exclude those cities where the number of sessions is less than 1000, and I want to take only those cities where the number of sessions are more than 1000, and among them find out which city is giving me the highest pages per session. So in order to do such kind of filtering, Google has provided this filtering option. Okay? And if you go to this advanced filter section, you can write some Boolean conditions. For example, I can say exclude sessions. I can actually search, because there are many metrics, so it may be difficult to go through them one by one. So I can here put the search, and I can say that okay, sessions will come up here. Okay, so maybe summary tab, okay, and I can say sessions less than 1000. Okay, and I can add other Boolean conditions, other include or exclude conditions here, and if I apply, it will remove from my analysis those cities where the session is less than 1000. So here actually probably 1000 was a little higher cutoff figure, so I can change this to 100. And apply this, and now if I sort this, I will get the real city from where the largest number of pages per session came in, which is Kolkata in this case, and the second highest being Bangalore. And similarly, if I want to sort the cities by average session duration, I would see that is Chennai, which gives me the highest highest session duration. That means the visitors from Chennai, they are spending the maximum time on the site, even though the number of sessions is lower. Okay, so I can do this sorting. Now here I'll remove this advanced filter and go back to my previous data set and sort it again by session.